And there we go. We're live. Welcome to this episode of the Patreon show, season 4, episode 5.
Sure, that sounds right.
We've made it.
We
Oh,
have
wait a
made it.
second. I gotta
You
make
are
sure that this is
the live
the
on YouTube
thing.
version.
Yeah. Go ahead and talk about some stuff while I make sure that that's happening.
Well, let's talk about some stuff, guys. It's still 2023, and what has been the longest year ever for us in terms of touring and getting to events. Conrad's beautiful face is frozen in an angry gaze right now. Hopefully, we can get that figured out. But if you are joining us, hello all and welcome. Thanks so much for joining us and being a part of the show. As we have always done, our quarterly Patreon podcasts are always live, not just for our patrons, but for everyone on YouTube to come and check us out and see what we do. We love doing these shows. We have bigger giveaways that we do on these shows for our patrons that are helping to support us throughout the year. So big thank you. And this being our end of the year show, unless we do like a New Year's end celebration thing. I don't know yet.
Don't put that stuff out there.
Yeah, I'm not putting it out there. I didn't put it out
Okay.
there.
Yeah, you'll be surprised if it happens.
Yeah. But with that being said, we just want to say thank you to everybody for what's been an incredible year. By far our busiest year in terms of tournaments that we've been to, in terms of being away from home. At the beginning of the year, all said and done, I think we were looking at somewhere close to about 42 weeks on the road. I don't think that we quite got to that mark, but it definitely ended up being in the high 30s.
It felt like it.
Yeah, close to 40 overall. And then we took on a couple of extra events at the end of the year. We think we're done in terms of actually getting out for tournament coverage, unless somebody reaches out and says, hey, we need you guys to be here. Then maybe we'll still get out there on the road. But as of now, I believe our last event that we filmed, which we haven't put everything together yet, was the Chain Hawk Open, which just happened this past weekend. But yeah, absolutely insane year. We visited all the courses that we've seen on coverage and that we hadn't gotten a chance to get out to. We physically got to go out and see those courses.
Yeah.
And they did not disappoint.
Really, there was that one disappointing course that what's it called? Brewster's Ridge? No, Fox Run.
Right. Fox, get out of here. Fox Run. The only one that disappoints me every year is Winthrop, because Winthrop, I can't do anything to stay in bounds at Winthrop, no matter what I do. So it's not that the course disappoints me; it's that my play is disappointing at Winthrop University. Not that any other players would ever feel that struggle, but yeah.
It's I can say that it's less frustrating than playing. What's the temp course?
Lake Eureka?
Yeah, Lake Eureka temp. That's the most frustrating course I've ever played in my life.
That's stressful.
Yeah, just every single shot is just high stress.
I don't. Yeah, I can see that. It's stressful in a different. Why is Myrtle Beach? Did you put the? What is happening?
I don't even know what you're talking about. So
okay,
yeah.
Never mind. Yes, that it is indeed good whale pants. Speaking of whale pants.
Speaking of whale pants.
Quarterly podcast usually have a special guest, and our guest for this show, I don't think there's anybody more special than our guest for this show. Someone who is near and dear to us, who we've worked with quite extensively throughout the 2023 season.
Yeah.
The host and one of the stars of our Make or Break series throughout this year.
Yep.
Let's bring him in. Let's not keep the people waiting anymore. Let's bring in Mr. Eric Oakley.
How we doing, boys?
Always
this is
coffee.
This is a madman. Are you drinking coffee right now?
Nah,
So
I got some tea. Just using the Party Fuel mug.
Oh, I do have coffee, but it is decaf.
Nice.
Coffee with the Oakley is one of your. God, I feel like you're doing like 37 different shows. So let's talk about, because your face is everywhere. 2023, we couldn't get enough Eric Oakley, and that was a very good thing. So talk about what you got going on, because there's a lot of different ways that people can see your face. They can see Tina's face. What do you got going on?
Man. So currently doing a lot of stuff via a different channel through like Pokemon in our Discord. Like I've been diving into the Pokemon trading card game, but that's very small. The big thing that we do have coming up, we're doing morning coffees, all that stuff, but we've always been people who love streaming, and we've done our 24-hour charity stream, and this will be our 4th year, and that is happening on. Let me double check the dates so I don't mess it up. The 16th into the 17th,
Yeah.
and it's a 24-hour charity stream for Feeding America. So every $1 that is donated provides 10 meals.
Wow.
And we are currently looking at something. There might be something where we might be able to double that number. So $1 provides 20 meals, but we can't promise that just yet. But a part of those charity streams, we have tons of giveaways from many different sponsors, obviously Infinite Disc, Clash Disc, Thought Space Athletics, Whale Sacks, Ace Run Pro, you name it. The list goes on. We have stuff from Grip Equipment, Squatch, you name it. I think we have, so many amazing things coming for that. And we have hourly giveaways to certain number goal giveaways. And we end up just doing this amazing thing where we play games, we talk, we interact with the chat, of getting some of the chat to be a part of some of the games we're playing. So many cool things coming together for this 24-hour charity stream. And we really hope that everyone can be there and support it. And if you can donate $1, $5, whatever, that is huge. Like I said, think about $1 providing 10 meals for those in need is pretty impressive. And that is kind of why we're doing this. And it being our 4th year running this, we're never trying to go bigger. We're just hoping that whatever we do makes a difference. It's always about us putting ourselves out there to spread the word and try and put more positivity out there into the world. So at the end of the day, we're just very fortunate to have the means and the opportunities to do things like this, and hopefully provide for those who need it most.
Yeah, it's an amazing cause. I've tuned in the last couple of years. I was going to ask how long you guys have been doing it, because I know at least the last 2 or 3 years I've tuned in to watch you guys doing it. I just, how do you stay up for that long? Like, I know, as a media crew,
Birdie fuel.
Like, are you prepping ahead of time?
Takes a nap in between. You have to kind of prepare for it, and you're always going to lose like a day, like almost like a half a day after you're done with it, because you have to readjust your schedule and get back into kind of the norm. So I think the only break I got last year was when I went on my run for the day.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm going to get it in again today. And I actually, it was funny. I said, if somebody donates or we reach a certain goal, I'll do a longer run. And a friend of mine I play WoW with, Evan, he's like, get out there, idiot, run for 30 minutes. And I was like up for 20 plus hours at that point, if not more.
Oh, man.
And it was worth it though, because I mean, it's for a good cause. If it's one set of days out of the year that I can put my body through this, and while I'm young enough and we can do it for a good cause, it's definitely a win no matter what.
So for us amateurs out there that aren't versed in the realm of staying up for 24 hours and being alert, there's a difference. I can stay up for 24 hours, but by the 25th hour, I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. So is there something that you do specifically to prepare for this, or it's just make sure the fridge has some Red Bulls and that the Keurig is full of water?
100% those things, and a little bit of taking some time of allowing Tina to take the wheel and guide the ship for a little bit, so I can just recoup some energy, whether that's just to be able to be social and out there a little bit more. And also when we switch and transition to games, and it's also like, make sure you snack, make sure you eat, drink water, do all those things as well. And just like know that once we're done, we'll finish. I'll stay up till I'll stay up for another 3, 4, 5 hours, and then I'll sleep until the morning and try and get back on the schedule again. So we'll double up on sleep real fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say your reserves are probably a little bit different than anybody that I know, because I've seen you go out and play a full strenuous round in like 98-degree weather, and then you come back to the hotel, and then you're on a treadmill running for another 30 minutes, like right afterwards. I'm like, you're insane.
Yeah.
So
I just have made some good habits. My body's getting tuned in to the things that I can and cannot do, and I'm happy that I've put the effort in now. I can only wish to have done many things in the past, but I can only control what I do now and how it helps me in the future. So I'm feeling better than I ever have since I started touring, and that level of being able to push my body in amazing ways can transfers to this 24-hour stream, but also transfers to disc golf, and hopefully will transfer to having a long, prosperous life and being able to keep grinding and keep doing good things, whether that's disc golf or whatever ventures come my way.
I think something that I've noticed with, and this is just pure observation, but like running to me or Felix, if we had to run, that would be a task. Yeah, it's a task, and it's just.
But you guys put in some steps every weekend, man.
Stepping is different. Walking is different. Walking with equipment is different. That's you get oblivious to it. But for you, it seems like when you're running, it's not a task. It's something that you enjoy at this point, and that you look forward to the run. Versus us, we'd be like, oh man, I gotta run. Yeah. But it's you transformed it into not being a task, but being I want to say similar to meditation, because when you run, you're just in a zone. Like I've watched you, and you're just
there
living,
getting it, just focusing on my breathing. I sometimes do music, I sometimes don't, and it's a great way to detox and can be very, very therapeutic. I've also started going on a walk to start my days. So I start brewing my coffee, and then I just go on a walk. No phone, no nothing. I'll walk for 5 to 15 minutes just to kind of center myself and get my body moving, especially after you wake up. Like the first thing you're doing is just always everything just feels awful, and I just that little bit of walk, it doesn't matter how fast I'm walking or anything, it's been really, really nice, and also gives me some clairvoyance on what I'm going to accomplish for the day. So it's been really nice to create good habits and do good things that hopefully I'm just hopeful that in general that all of this transfers to positive outcomes in disc golf, but in general just positive outcomes for my life and what I have coming forward. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Really cool.
I wanted to go back and touch base again on the whole 24-hour stream and Feeding America. How did this come about? Was this was it your idea? Was it Tina's idea? Was it a friend? Like how and why did all this start?
I don't recall completely whose idea it was, but I will not claim that it was my idea. I think we started watching a lot of Mr. Beast, and Tina had the idea of, it maybe even was Game Grumps, the YouTube channel. So it was a little bit of that, and just seeing a lot of that giving, and people who have the ability and have followings to just rally the community together to do something cool. And so I would probably call that this was more Tina's brainchild. And here we are. We did Feeding America the first time, Team C's the year 2 or 3, and then Feeding America for years whatever it was, and for year 4. So just again, while we have the opportunity and we have the following to do this kind of thing for others, it feels like a no-brainer. It's I don't know. It's interesting because we the things that we're doing and the things and the opportunities we have aren't permanent. So using the finite amount of time we have to try and make a difference, or at least make an impact on some people's life, is all we can really do. So we felt so loved and supported by yourself and the community of disc golf in general. So finding ways to give back is the best ways best ways forward. So thanks to Tina for coming up with it, and I don't see us skipping a year anytime soon. It's been way too fun and way too good of a cause.
I know I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching you guys play the games and whatnot, and Tina screaming when her character's out of control in one of the games, and
just, so good, so good.
It is a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't had a chance yet to check them out in the past, definitely do so this year. Again, December 16th through the 17th, 24 full hours. Hop on at any point. You're going to be entertained by whatever is going on at whatever hour it is.
And you have a chance to win free stuff. Lots of disc golf stuff, gift cards to many different companies, you name it. I mean, we have a grip bag. It's so much. We're diving into our stashes of discs and everything to give away. I mean, it's for everybody.
Yeah,
it's for everybody.
Yeah, and I can tell you from experience, Eric, one of the most giving people on tour. I've seen him just hand out stuff to fans and give out advice to people that are out on the course that are just like tinkering around, hook them up like, hey, try this grip or try this, that. And then it's amazing to see, dude. Like you are genuinely one of the nicest people out there on tour. So yeah, buddy. Well, let's talk about the tour, man. 2023.
What a year.
Full season. What a year. Lots of craziness going out there. Both yourself and James Proctor. We had the pleasure of working with.
What a dude.
Yeah. He had himself a banner year to get out there and really cement his name out there for people that didn't know how good he already was.
Totally. It's funny because everybody's like, oh, wow, he's like breakout, like, there's all this stuff of like, he's just like, who is this guy? And it's like, if you've been in disc golf for a longer period of time, you knew who James Proctor was. Like,
yeah,
I've known who James was for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years. And so it was no surprise to many of us, but at the same time, seeing how humble he is and how he just went out and did it. He just he took care of business and showed up. And on top of that, he was an outstanding travel partner. He motivated me, I motivated him. It was just so even. And as somebody as well as like I've told a lot of people about this, of like the bond and friendship that we've built, of so much of the things we would do for each other. Like, take for instance, I would sleep in. He'd be up early. He's an early riser. I would sleep in. He'd go down and get, breakfast at the hotel. He'd bring me up a cup of coffee. He didn't need to do that, but he did. And then, I would cover a meal here. I'd cover this, and then he would cover the next. And it just felt so even and equal, always with what we were doing. And then, there were plenty of times where he had no energy to set up and vend, but I did. And I rallied us and I got us going. Same thing. I had plenty of times where I wasn't ready to go. So the lifting each other up and putting it all together was great. If he was feeling burnt out or frustrated by something, I was somebody who he could just let it all out to, and same vice versa. And that's a special bond that you can have. So whether it came from him helping me dissect a course, or me doing the same for him, or us figuring things out, or just covering a couple extra hours of driving so the other person can relax and rest. We had each other's back the whole time, and that it felt so even and equal that neither one of us was taking advantage of each other, and we just were trying to lift each other up to the moon. Because at the end of the day, what James offers to the sport of disc golf is super special, and I hope that more and more people get to experience just how good of a human being he is, and get to see just how good of a player he is. I mean, the dude has everything, legitimately everything. The dude is so good.
One of the things I got to see at Throw Pink was he was on the bag for Evelina.
Yeah,
and just him like keeping her upbeat and joking around with her.
Amazing.
Like it was like watching a whole nother player, because we've seen Evelina, and there were times where maybe she lets the moment kind of get too big for her. And with James on the bag, just like talking to her, keeping her level headed, and just laughing throughout the round, she played some of the best golf I've ever seen in that tournament. It showed.
It's impressive. He again, as a coach, as a player, as a caddy, anything, he's got it all. The dude kills it, and he's he's helped myself even build great friendships and relationships with other people on tour because of how open he is, and that's opened the avenues to find kind of an extend your friend group, which is something you kind of have to have on tour, of people you can rely on and people who can motivate you and do many things. So yeah, it James is a gem. It's the simplest way to put it. He is an absolute gem.
I want that on the shirt. James is a gem.
James is a gem. That is good.
I love it.
Just a James Proctor silhouette with a gem head.
Yes.
So let's talk about 2024. What's the are you guys looking to do it again? Are you running it back together? Like what's it looking like for you guys?
We are running it back. I could see us doing this for the next few years, just depending on how we're both feeling. As we get along and it makes sense. I think our tour is going to be a little bit more reserved. I think we both went a little bit too hard and felt the full force of burnout. But I will say that the schedule looks better too, so it kind of makes a little bit more sense. But there will be plenty of events that we're both just going to skip. We're just not going to play, and I think we're going to go to Europe for a month, so there's a good chance we miss 2 events that I actually really enjoy. Like there's a chance that I miss Des Moines and the Preserve, which are events that I have played well at as well. So that it's kind of a bummer, but at the same time makes the most sense. It makes the most sense for us to kind of go to Europe and start that, and also give ourselves a time to be like traveling and enjoy ourselves, to have a break while we're in Europe too, because we kind of grinded pretty hard. But it's, at the end of the day, we're just trying to recognize what is the most important parts to touring and playing disc golf for us. Part of that is essentially not, do I really need to play to try and make the Pro Tour finals, or do I want that to happen organically? Do I really need to try and qualify for USDGC, or do it need to happen organically? European Open, same concept. If those happen, great. If they don't, that's fine. Like I need to kind of accept that as something that can happen to any player, any top player. We've seen it happen in many ways. So forcing things to happen, and it starts to bleed into everything else that we're doing, and we don't need that as much anymore. So we want things to be more organic for ourselves, which that means giving ourselves time, not playing tournaments and courses that we don't like. So if we don't like an event, we don't force ourselves to play it. And that's no offense to the people who work on the event or the event itself. It's just there are going to be places that don't suit our styles and don't offer us what we need to perform our best. So being smart about those things gives us the best opportunity at the events we do have the energy for and do want to play well at. That gives us, I can see us having even better finishes at the events that we're excited about, because we've had time to relax and focus on our game and fine tune things and be prepared for those events.
Yeah, you touched on the whole grind and burning out thing. Like when we get back home for 3 days and then we're gone for another 3 months, people are like, man, it's so exciting. You guys are going, you're seeing all these places and yada, yada, yada. Like, we're going to the places, but we're not seeing
we don't see
the places.
You guys have it, especially with the grinding you guys do in the doing events for or doing videos for DD, doing videos for us, doing all the things you're doing to try and grow your channel. Like, I've seen the amount of hours that you guys have put in, and it shows in the growth, it shows in the opportunities that are coming your way, and I feel like you guys are paving the way to continue to be in disc golf for the long haul, which is a great place to be. But at the same time, everybody will talk about how touring is just so cool and you guys are so lucky, and it's like it can be.
It can be
at moments,
but we have the same amount of BS and stress and everything that everyone else does. It is so true to our life. Like, our lives can function very similarly to anybody else's day to day. You know, there are days that are going to be great. Somebody's going to come up to us and ask if we have a case of the Mondays, and it's going to make it go crazy. You know?
No, hell no. You get your ass kicked for saying something like that. Yeah, it is crazy. Like just watching what you guys go through too. Hey, Montreal.
Love the Canadians.
See what you guys go through. Like you're done with the tournament on Sunday. You're on the road Sunday night. You're on the next town Monday night. You're practicing Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning sometimes, and then right into the tournament. Like there's not a lot of time to kind of stop and smell the roses like you're talking about. You're out there in all these beautiful places that offer things that people go to that are tourist traps. Maybe not always. Sometimes you go to towns that nobody's ever going to go to.
Yeah.
Sure.
But on your way there, you're passing through towns that are cool, or there's like things that you could be doing to just stop out and go hiking or do something, but you don't have the opportunity to because you got to go and do your job. Like at the end of the day, it's still a job. Yeah.
Well, that's why I think I'm hoping with the schedule making a little bit more sense that there will actually be some time off to stop and go somewhere for 3 or 4 days, and we can go to an event early and space out our practice time to maybe even give us more time to break before the event starts. So
yeah, because even for us traveling, I think for the entire year we only had 2 times that we could actually stop and do something to enjoy ourselves. We went to a baseball, but as I said that, I realized both times we went to a baseball game.
Nice.
Because of that guy. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we did Arizona, the Diamondbacks and the Mets, and then we went to Fenway, which has been on my bucket list. I'm a huge baseball fan.
Cool.
So going to Fenway was big on the list for me. We also had some time at Milo. We didn't cover the
we didn't
State
do
Flames,
Beaver State,
but we got to do some Portland stuff too, which was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Portland's amazing.
So I guess that was 3 times that we actually had time to.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we wouldn't check out until Monday. Tuesday was basically a travel day.
And
if
show up right and start filming usually.
Yeah. So we leave Monday, try to get to wherever we're getting to Tuesday, possibly be filming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for additional content, and then right into doing the next day production. And when we do next day production, that's up at 7, the sleep at 12 or 1, and then back up at 7 again. And all the time in between that is working.
Yeah,
totally. Grinding, filming, editing, doing everything. Yep. I mean, I've seen you guys at it, and I respect it. I do not envy it by any means, but I respect it to giving it the utmost I can, because it truly helps our sport grow. And I think we need more people to grasp and understand that when we look back on where we are in 5 years, and we look back on the times like now and where disc golf is, we might not be at a place like this ever again, in 5 years. And so we have to look back on this hard work and building this foundation for what disc golf can become. So I just hope that it really does all pay off for the majority of us, that we all can win. And you guys, H Run Productions becomes a big part of the disc golf media in the future, and is a integral part of that growth, which I feel like you guys are already paving the way for.
Nah, we're done. This is just our last year.
I think you guys are the last one.
We're shutting down.
We've seen, we conquered. It's over.
Yeah, we're done. You heard it here, folks.
Top, baby.
So let's talk about some of those moments. You talked about the extra content and stuff for us.
Yeah.
Some of the most fun content we did this year have been the tree strike challenges.
Oh, God.
You guys.
Unbelievable. It's my favorite rounds I get to play all year. Like I think I will look forward to a tree strike challenge more than I will any tournament round. I could be on lead card at the final round of a major with a lead, and I'd be like, yo, when's the next tree strike challenge? Like, where are we filming? What's going on? Because it is incredibly stressful, incredibly funny, and it's just, there's no mercy when playing those types of rounds as well. is that you just know you're going to see some wild stuff, and there's going to be gold moments no matter what you do, because somebody is gonna. I mean, to this day, Melton hitting the stump and Dickerson laying up on the tunnel, the first one we did,
Yeah,
and him taking a big number. It was just like, this
like
is
an 8.
perfect content, and I look forward to it every time. When Chris got me with the slip, that one from this year at Idle Wild was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Like, oh, got me. I missed so bad. It's like, it was so well timed too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, those are by far so much fun.
They're so good. And I think it just brings out the true nature of like who we are as disc golfers most of the time, which you don't get to see unless it's a practice round or unless it's something like that. It's missed. The battle through one was good too.
Yeah.
Gosh,
you have to be able to battle through. You gotta give him a little stiff arm. Perfect. Actually, perfect.
It was
you have to be able to battle through
until you hit a stump later on, Zach.
Oh my God, the stump.
Well, at least the stump wasn't that episode. That right there was.
No, it was this episode.
That was this episode. That was last year.
Yeah,
it was.
That was the first one I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what a day!
This is the classic moment here. Yeah,
I love it.
We still get people that talk to us about the stump hit, and then the one that we did later on with Calvin. That people are like, we've never heard Calvin talk so much like during a round.
So they just don't know.
Like, he's just merciless.
Calvin he's unbelievably smart and unbelievably funny, and so like I think that his intellectual side comes through a lot, and his jokes hit. They never miss. You're never like, I don't know, that was a little cheesy. It's like, nah, the dude's thought it through. His brain is functioning. It's a computer brain, so it's super fast and has calculated every chance of humor, and he's hitting every single time. It's wonderful.
Well, we look forward to more of those for sure.
Where are we doing one next? Like, what's going to be like the good one? Like, I feel like James is in, by the way. Okay. James has talked about it so much. He's like, that was the most. He's like, that sucked and was the most fun I've ever had. So it's so good.
We got to look at the schedule and see what the first like heavily wooded one is. I don't know what the Throwdown the Mountain course looks like, if that would be a good one or not, but
maybe. I've only watched videos. I haven't played there yet. There's probably plenty of trees to hit, and it's big.
There's a bunch.
Beaver State.
Beaver State's great.
Yeah,
of course.
Oh, I guess we could. We've talked about it. Northwood Black.
Oh my God, that has to happen. I mean.
I'm in. I'm so in. I have a feeling on the par 5. I've taken a 10 on it, and I feel like in the Tree Strike Challenge I can beat that number.
You can do better.
Well, I could score lower than a 10. Like while hitting trees, I can probably still beat a 10, which is or I'll just double that. I'll just take a 20.
Either way, dude. If somebody gets a 20, oh my God,
we need it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I think that'll be the best one, and honestly, I think we'll have time to get there and do it. And
there's like a big enough gap where we can properly set it up and
heck yeah,
get that going.
So Eric, I don't think you ever played in the original layout of the Tree Strike, because I think we only did it one time.
Yeah,
but my original thought. Yeah, you lose a disc.
Oh my gosh!
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, these pros are going to come down to playing either out on hole 11. Yeah, or they're going to come down to playing the entire back half with a putter.
Yeah.
Like, so if you hit it, and like it adds a different complexity to the shot, because you're like, all right, this is my go-to for forehands, but if I hit a tree, I'm going to lose it.
I'm losing it.
So,
dude, but that's the thing. If I knew that was the rules, I would load I'd have.
That's what Dickerson did. He had a massive bag with just
everything
discs.
into the bag, and I'd even like stuff them into a sweatshirt and just carry it around.
See,
No, I love that. I love that concept, and I just
my whole plan was to not let you know, so that you just bought your regular bag, so that you didn't have doubles and stuff.
So good.
Yeah, there was one hole where Zach lost, I think, 4 discs, and like 3 of them were like around the green. He got stuck and he couldn't get clear to give himself a putt, so he kept hitting like these little branches and losing like an approach putter, and then losing a judge and another judge.
The walkie-talkie, I think, is also what
it's
truly
like another character.
It truly sells the whole bit, man. That every time it's so unbelievable. It works you over perfectly.
Sometimes I honestly want to bring that out just during one of y'all tournament rounds.
The trauma. Like, dude, I hit a tree. Like, I get an extra stroke. No.
The worst is like the shot will be over. Like you're walking away, you're talking about how good the shot was, and then 2 seconds later,
yeah,
you're like, what happened?
Perfect level of troll. It's so good. So
man.
good.
So let's talk about you're with Infinite Disc, you're with Thought Space, you're with Clash, you've got 37 different sponsors.
Up there, doing it.
Yeah. But you also get a chance to do a lot of like sick collaborations. So we got to see the Bjorg, the I don't even know how to say felon with an EO in there. That you had.
That was one with DD though. Yeah, we did the Justicio, the Fiolon, the Theos with Alpha discs. We did the Zonios with Discraft. I've have a collaboration with Terminal Velocity and the Ursus coming out. We've been in the works with that, and it's just been waiting on a stamp. But I do think that this upcoming year there's going to be a little bit more focus in on those being like special stuff. So we'll just do smaller batches if we're going to do any of those, which will be kind of cool. So they won't be in as mass production, and we'll put more focus into the heavy hitters of the dynasties, the alpacas, and things of that nature. The Bjorg, I'm hoping we can keep going because I feel like that's always been a solid seller, and it's just Berg.
Would you do a Bjorg X?
Nah. So, all right. Let's keep it real. Like,
all right. Tell you keep it real. All right.
Like, you don't throw a disc like that. You don't throw like a disc like that and have it fade. The Berg does what it does, and it does what it does the best because it doesn't fade. It flies and then it falls. And nothing else does that. So why would I want it to like fly and then fade and fall? Because I'm like, I'll just throw a Zone or an Ursus or any of the insert overstable approach disc. I'll throw that. Where the Berg is so unique that it's like point, shoot, fly, stop. Nothing beats that. So to me, the Berg X on Castaplas, genius, well done. They played the market right because they know the Berg name sells and they understand that the shape and everything, people are going to buy it. People who are looking for a Berg that fades are just not using the right disc. They're expecting the Berg to do something it could not do, and they had Castaplas make a Berg that does that now. And I stand by that. The Berg X was not something that if you were throwing the Berg, what you were throwing the Berg for, you did not need it for that. So I need the most overstable Berg. Like why? It's like that. Like,
why?
Throw a Zone. Throw a Harp. Throw a Ricky the Slammer. I don't like. Although that thing's insane.
Throw an Ace Run Pro Harp, and there you go. You're done.
I can tell you when I first got the Berg X, I was thoroughly confused. Everyone who threw it was confused because we looked at it and the flight numbers were 2, 0, 2, and 3. And I'm like, whoa, this thing is going to be like beef. Like they really did a number on this one. So I threw it and it didn't do anything like that. Felix threw and it's like, this is just a slight variation on the Berg. It's not that far off. And Stacey Rosley threw it and I had Chandler Frithrow, and we all were just thoroughly confused until I took a moment and I looked at it. 2023. That's the damn year.
2023.
Yeah, it was the 2020.
Those are not the flight numbers.
That is gold. Oh, because I mean, it's like Berg X. No glide because it doesn't.
It's got a +2 turn. Like that's a
+2 turn, like man, that's gonna be
the Cobras or whatever they were in the past. Like okay.
I was expecting to be like or Devil. What was it?
The Devil Hawk from Gateway.
Devil Hawk. I was expecting to be or Stego. It was. I was expecting the Stego. Is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Did you ever throw the Stego, Oakley?
I've messed around with the Stego and Tilt. I actually have an idea for around. I'm gonna do a little bit of filming in January and February to kind of kick off the year and do a little revisiting of the bag. Where I'm gonna ask my community to kind of give me some ideas on discs that I should revisit. So the Building the Bag series was so good on the Whale Pants channel, and I've received such great feedback from the community. I want to do a revisiting of Building the Bag, but I'm going to ask the community of like, hey, what putters and approach discs should I try? And then I'm going to take 10 of those and go and throw them and give my honest opinion. And maybe some of them will make the bag. Maybe my bag stays exactly the same. Like I feel really good about my bag, but at the same time, I think that it'll be a really great way to give the fans a voice into the discs that I do try, and also give some unsung heroes, the Stegos of the world, a chance to shine, and maybe maybe give me an option for certain courses so I can win the Tree Smack Challenge at Northwood Black. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Just Stego rollers on every hole. That's obviously the play to avoid.
It's hard to hit it. It's hard to hit trees if you're rolling, baby.
Exactly. So one disc I wanted to touch base on you with is one that was, I think it was your first time like being a part of the creative process. Talk to me about the Splice. Or the Spice. I'm sorry, the Spice, not the Splice. The Spice.
Spice is good, man. It's a disc that Clash worked with me on, and we kind of got the dimensions pretty dialed in to where obviously I was a huge fan of the Dynamic Disc Felon for the longest time, the Lucid X Felon being almost a different disc essentially than a normal Felon. But the Spice kind of blended what a beat up Lucid X Felon would do and a slightly more stable prototype and early run Felon would do. And that's kind of those prototypes and early run Felons were like my favorite ones. You could use them so much. What's up, comrade? It gave so much confidence in a forehand and backhand that I was like, okay, cool. I want to build something like that. And I was throwing Scepters the season prior, and those were really, really good. But those are traditional like Firebird FD3, Innova made overstable, insert overstable disc. And so those are great, but I felt like the Felon was just different enough. It had a little bit more go, and like when it seasoned in, it felt like it got a little bit straighter and would push and hold. So that was kind of what we were hoping to find with the Spice. And there's a lot of back and forth, a lot about getting the shape and the dimension right, because that was the other part of when making the Spice. The big part of it was to make sure that the disc didn't only feel good, but it flew good. And the feel good part was the most important to me, because if you pick it up and it doesn't feel good, you're putting it back on the shelf.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah,
you're not even in anybody's bag. It doesn't matter how good it throws. I remember having this conversation with Dixon Jowers about the River Pro, and he was like, "This disc flies so good," and I was like, "No, it feels like doo doo. I'm sorry. It's like the worst feeling disc I've ever thrown in the Trilogy lineup, and I stand by that, and I will always stand by that, because like the River itself felt amazing, and I just like didn't ever find a use for it in my bag, and then I was like, but I felt the River Pro. I was like, that feels like nothing compared to the River. So it was like, that to me was it. It was like, so I immediately wrote that disc off. I don't care if it would have been the disc that helped me win a major title. Like, I don't care. It felt like doo-doo, and I'm not in for that. So that was most important for me. They killed it. I think we've done a lot of really good things. I think we're going to have some, hopefully this upcoming season, have a a glow one or something cool that will give people more reason to be hyped up on the spice. I happened to throw it in multiple times this year on some kind of cool eagles and things like that. So that was really cool. They're caught on, two of them were caught on camera, and it was pretty sweet. So I I'm very fortunate, very happy to have worked with Clash on that. It's just a cool opportunity that's something that I'll be able to carry with me forever. That I was in the design process and got to see the whole thing kind of come together. It's really cool.
So you're known as a forehand guy, but everybody knows you're really a backhand guy since Europe changed you.
I am a backhand guy. Europe changed me.
Yeah,
for
this.
Sure. You know the whole story. Love it.
But what do you, when you're looking for something that you get a specific feel, like what are you looking for in a disc that you're like, all right, this is going to work well for a forehand, maybe not a backhand, or this will work well for a backhand, not a forehand, or what's that disc look like that fits both for you? Like, what are you looking for in terms of flatness or lip angle, whatever it is? Like, what stands out?
I've gotten pretty good about flatness is not as much of a thing. I used to think it was, but I've started forehanding some of my Domi or Emperors, and holy cow, you get a good Domi one, that thing goes, and it's awesome. It's like the way it flips and turns on a backhand, it can do the same thing on a forehand, and that's dreamy. So I've gotten away from that. As far as it's like, it can't be too deep, and it needs to like fit into the pads really nicely. And there's a level of that depth that I don't know, it just needs to sit in the hand nicely. I don't want to have it too fat of a rim. Like, I think there's plenty of some of the MVP discs, like the Dimension, that I like tried to forehand a couple times, and I was like,
it's just digging into here, like hurting
monstrous.
you. Yeah,
it's like a 15. It feels like it's a 1,000 speed. It's not even a 13, 14 speed. It feels like it's like I joke, but my parents said I have 10 thumbs because, like, if you look, my thumb is as long as the rest of my fingers. So it's actually my hands aren't fitting around everything. So I think that's another important factor in that. Is like, again, get that fit. It needs to fit comfortable and work really clean. And as far as shape goes, like, I don't love forehanding 7 speeds.
Okay.
I'll forehand mids, like a Barry, a Claymore, Zone.
Claymore, wow. Okay.
Yeah, those are some of my favorites to forehand. But I go straight from those to a spice, to a 9 speed, 9-10 speed, and then to 12 speeds and 12 and 13 speeds. I just something about a 7 speed that I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll just power down, do the Sexton thing where Sexton can make a Sexton Firebird look like it's the best approach disc from 125 feet. And you're like, that's a 9 speed, dude. What are you doing? And he's like parked. And you're like, well, okay, I'll shut up because that was really good. So it's like, it doesn't really matter at that point. So that's the only thing I look at as well. It's like,
all right, so he just mentioned that. So who does that better, Sexton or Own, throwing her destroyer from
100 feet and parking it? Yeah.
I feel like that's we need that video to have.
There needs to be.
We need the approach challenge where you give Owen a stack of destroyers, you give Sexton a stack of Firebirds, and you say, whoever lands in the bullseye more takes it down.
Yeah, takes it down. Yeah.
True champion. Innova would love that video too. That would sell a bunch.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun one. Anything you put the Owen on and Sexton on.
What two great people and characters. They're absolute gems. Owen having such a breakout season, I think, was really inspirational for the just what hard work looks like, how age is just a number type of stuff, and the positive attitude and atmosphere from somebody is just truly special. So hats off to Owen. I'm such a big fan and have been a fan since I started playing. So she's inspirational.
Yeah, and Owen is one of the testaments that you don't have to throw 400-600 feet to be a contender or a champion. I mean, you can. It's about the overall game, not just about the
The boy, does she?
Yeah,
she does it all. She's got a clean enough backhand, a clean enough forehand, and I mean, she doesn't lose strokes on the green, and that's kind of where I feel like even at every MPO, FPO, MA1, FA1, you name it, it's like, just make your putts. You're going to give yourself a chance. Like I guarantee if you look at most of the pros that they play decently at, any pro, it's like, and you look at their putting percentage, it's probably what held them back more than other factors. Putting, they did not have a good putting weekend. That's why they were 30th and not 10th. It's like, and you can look at their putting stats being where it was, and it stands out.
She does two things incredibly well. One, the putting, obviously, which you all know about.
Yeah.
But her approach game, she puts herself into positions where she's making a 12-footer quite a bit versus having to make a 28-footer to save a par or a 35-footer for birdie. She's going to make them anyway. But the amount of times that she's 12 feet for a stress-free par versus 28 feet for a par, where if you miss it now, you're putting for bogey, that two-stroke swing can be a big, big difference. So she does the little things right, and her mental game is just so good.
She's got it right. Big fan.
Yeah. Speaking of big fans, one of the questions we had coming in, I want to do some of the fan questions here from another Eric on Instagram. Ask any man crush you have on any other MPO bros on tour, and why is it James Proctor?
James definitely is up there. I mean, man, I can hype up so many of the homies. I mean, if we're talking looks, Kale LaVisca, top notch. Boy is dreamy. Easy. I mean, body wise, Ezra and Gavin Babcock, they're swole bros. Ben Calloway's in that same mix. They're built like action figures. They do it. They're killing it. So respect the grind, respect the game. If I'm looking for a scene boy, got my boy Eagle, always looking good. Got that little comb over, and he's into anime, just like all the nerdy stuff that I'm into. So that's an easy win.
And Indian food, apparently.
Yes. Chan man, if I want a grizzly boy, for one that I know is gonna go chop down a tree and build me a fire, easy. Man, Tommy G, if I want me some Canadian, easy pick. I mean, there's dude. I mean, Kevin Jones, like, boy gets it. He knows what he's doing. I feel like there's so many great human beings on tour in the MPO division that it's just like, I can't choose one. I'm gonna crush on everybody, man. They're just like, they're people I just want to be around and hang out with more and more, and just create cool opportunities to play more golf with them. So easy picks.
And one of the last questions we had coming in was, who makes the better cup of coffee, yourself or Tina?
I think Tina does. She's actually not been making much coffee. She's been weaning herself off of caffeine, so I've been having to make myself my own coffee. But man, there was a couple mornings, especially when we were in the RV together. She made a mean cup of Joe, and it was always a perfect way, because I'd smell her cup going brewing, and I would easily get up. So Tina kills it. Tina just generally wins at everything. It's hard to beat it. So yeah.
And she eats the meat within the meat. Or the stuffed, what was it?
The stuff that's inside the chicken. Yeah, the stuffed chicken.
The stuffed wings at the noodle bar.
Yeah, you know, dude.
Eric, you don't know what you did to us. You have no idea what. Yes, we went. In the last time that we went, we got something to go to take with us to Charlotte. So we had
smart. Hey, I respect that, because you're thinking about future Felix and Conrad.
Yeah,
good for you guys. That's good for you. You always have to think about. I think about future Eric all the time when I'm eating, because I'm like, is future Eric gonna want a little bit more? Yeah, I'll get one to go. I'll definitely have more. I want more of this later. So, and I'm gonna finish everything now. So I want another one.
Right.
Yeah. And to add to that, today I actually had yellow curry. I took my son to a Thai place, and we had some. He had a bento box, but I had the same spicy yellow curry that we had there.
Heck yeah. I had some Indian food last night, so I was thinking about you guys and James and
Aw.
everybody and Chan and
With
everybody.
Chandler
So
dying, yeah.
yeah, dude, I cannot wait for us to just like let's find a new Indian or Thai spot everywhere we
Yeah.
go and
Yeah.
just eat good.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Those are some
I don't
fun
think you
times,
were
man.
with us the last time that Chandler ordered this. He just ordered whatever I had. I don't think you
I
were.
was there for that in Minnesota, and
Oh,
he
you were?
died. Yeah, and the guy had to bring him a
The owner
No,
brought him a
no,
drink.
not that one. That was the one that he accidentally ate my food. But we went
no.
another time, and he just like, yeah, I'll have whatever he had. But I didn't order anything hot.
Okay.
So
Okay. You
I didn't
saved
know
him
he was
this
going to
time.
do that. If I knew he was going to eat whatever I ate, I would have got level 10,
Yeah,
or whatever. But
getting thrown today, big boy. I've heard him and Ella have been grinding up in Washington, so that makes me
really?
so excited to
yeah,
see those two shredded and getting after it. And it's always good when you have people to push you. Like I got Missy, Paige, here, my buddy Bueno and Gavin, Benson. Like I got a good crew, so it's just like once you have that and you can push, it's gonna be like disc golf is gonna be easy. It's gonna be so much fun once we get back out on the road. Everybody's gonna be firing on all cylinders. We get to start here in Florida, which is pretty sweet.
I agree. I like Vegas, but man, that trip to then just like slowly work your way back over can be nuts.
yeah.
I started flying, man. You guys, that's the way. I know traveling with camera stuff is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's where it gets dicey. Yeah.
Yeah, you just like, one bag lost. Cool, that's awful.
Yeah, but
Can't do anything. Sweet,
right.
thanks, guys. Thanks, Delta or American or Southwest or whomever. It's like
let's go to Best Buy and see what cameras they have left for us
Yeah,
to use this week
pray.
now.
Just
Yeah.
pray.
Which aren't going to be what we need, but yeah.
For sure.
All right, Oakley, we've had you on for nearly an hour.
I could talk to you guys for many more, but
Perfect.
For
thank you guys
24,
for giving me an opportunity 24. Thanks for letting me hype up the 24-hour stream. So anybody who's
sure,
around,
man.
come see us on Whale Pants and A-Rock Oakley on Twitch. We'll be doing a 24-hour charity stream on the 16th through the 17th, and it's for Feeding America. Last plug. There we go. And thanks to all my sponsors. Thanks to everybody. And thank you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm going to give you the floor in a second here to thank everybody you need. But I just want to say, once this is posted on our actual YouTube, we'll have links for your channels, for your Instagram, for all that stuff. So if you want to follow Oakley, which if you're not already doing it, what the hell are you doing? He's a great follow. But yeah, check out all the stuff he's got going on. And yeah, we'll give you the floor, man. Anybody you need to properly thank, have at it, my man.
I love it. Well, big thanks to Infinite Discs, Thought Space Athletic Clash, and Whale Sacks, Birdie Fuel Coffee, Disc Golf Strong, Vivobarefoot. I guess I can hype it up right now. Let me make sure I get all the details. So if you are interested in checking out Vivobarefoot, they worked with us on a promotional code. So Eric Oakley 20. So all one word, all caps, Eric Oakley 20, the number 20, will get you 20% off of Vivo. Offer expires on the 31st, only applies to full price items, and it some marketplaces won't be included, and it is, really cool
all capitals
to work with a company like Vivo that is bigger in the grand scheme of things. And I know Eagle McMahon has his codes. Thomas Gilbert has one too. So big thanks to them for taking care of us. But yeah, go check out all the, go to Infinite Discs, go to Thought Space, go to Clash, go to Whale Sacks, support all of the companies that are supporting me, and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, buy merch for Ace Run Pro, be on the Patreon, do all those things, because these guys are two amazing humans that I am looking forward to working more with for the remainder of my time playing disc golf, and hopefully we can make more amazing memories and more amazing videos for you all. And I'm going to take down a Tree Smack Challenge this year, so North of Black is actually like all I'm prepping for is that round. None of it matters. After that, it's a wash for the rest of the season. So thank you guys. I appreciate you tons.
No, thank you, buddy. We'll have to make a trophy or something just for that specific Tree Strike Challenge so that it's ready for
please.
the winner. Maybe
I'm gonna
do
keep it everywhere and look at it. No.
Just do like a we'll do like a WWE belt. So you can just like throw it over your shoulder everywhere you go.
Damn.
Like the one that Proctor had for the Polecat Championships.
So in. Let me know. I'll PayPal you, Venmo you guys right now to put in on that. It's so worth it. So
for sure, my man. All right, EO, we will let you go, my man. Thanks so much for hopping on, taking some time to go over everything.
Happy
like you said,
boys.
Yeah, you too,
Enjoy
man.
yourself. Yeah.
Looking forward to giving you a big hug when we see you in person again.
Cannot wait, gents. Stay awesome.
You too, bud.
All right, thank you.
Eric Oakley.
He's gone. The Eric Oakley.
The Eric Oakley, just like the Ohio State University that I didn't go to.
The other Ohio State.
There is no other Ohio State.
Yeah.
So while we're in the process of thanking everybody for 2023, big shout out and thank you to Eric Oakley again. Vivobarefoot, use the code Eric Oakley 20 in all caps, get 20% or $20. I'm not sure. One of the two. Either way.
20, get 20 off.
Get 20 off, something. First and foremost, on our side, before we get to the giveaways and all that stuff, big thank you to our Patreon supporters, our Ace Runners. If you are an Ace Run Patreon supporter already, you've already seen these shows. We try to do our monthly shows. 2024, we may have to tweak it because, golly, being on the road week after week and trying to put out a show every month is also quite challenging. We're still going to do the giveaways. I don't think we're going to be able to necessarily do a show every month. We're going to try for sure, but we may do some tweaking to that, but we'll still do the giveaways regardless every month for our Patreon supporters and our quarterly Patreon supporters as well. And this is a quarterly show, so we do the bigger giveaways for that. But wanted to shout out some of the sponsors and some of the people that have helped us make 2023 what it is and what it was. One of those being Diameter Apparel, which are hats, our jerseys that we wear on the courses all throughout the year. We're from Diameter Apparel. They do incredible work. Our jerseys they've gone through the ringer this year between us filming in anywhere from 40-degree weather to 110-degree weather. They've survived the test. They've been washed multiple times. There's zero fading, zero wear on them. We've been in briars and thistle and coming out of stuff that's yanking on the jerseys, and they've stood up greatly. The hats have been incredibly comfortable as well. We do have some hats with us still physically. If you're local to us and you want to grab a hat while we still have a few left, hit us up. We're going to put all the links to all the stuff that we have in the description for this as well. Thanks, Eric, sending us a message. So big thank you to Diameter for that. Again, we do have hats, and we have a couple of jerseys left, not many. Some of the black ones, I think we sold out of all the white ones that we had, but we still have some of the black ones left as well. And we might do some end of year discounts on that stuff too. So let us know if you're interested. Send us a message either on our Instagram or on our Facebook. We'll respond to either one. Wanted to shout out Infinite Discs. We do have some discs with them as well on the website. If you type in Ace Run Pro, it should bring up our stamp on a couple of different molds, so anywhere from Thought Space to Infinite themselves, and a couple of other brands as well with our old Bomber stamp. So big thank you to them. And they also supported a lot of the Tree Strike Challenge. No, I'm sorry, the Ace Run Challenge this year. And they did do some commercials as well in the Tree Strike Challenge. So thank you, Infinite Discs. Flight Factory Discs is a biggie for us. They supported us all year by doing the runbacks. So all the runbacks you saw on all the Pro Tour events and all the majors that were on our channel were sponsored by Flight Factory Discs. And if you haven't checked these out yet, they've got all kinds of awesome Innova molds with the Let's Run It stamp, with the collaborative stamp between Ace Run Pro and Flight Factory on them. This is a Firebird, which I've thrown and hit many trees with, and it's still very Firebirdish. So they've got a lot of different Innova molds on there, and they also have these shirts. Let's Run It as well. Super comfy cotton shirts that I wear these a lot, especially when we're driving and we're doing like a 10 or 12 hour stretch. They're just really comfortable. I've washed them a ton. They don't really like stretch out too much and get all beat up. And they've, like I said, they're just one of the most comfortable shirts I've had. Those are on their site as well. Again, all this stuff will have links in the bottom here telling you where to go. One of the biggies for us as well throughout the year, Squatch Bags. They've just released the Legend 3.0. We have the Legend 2.0 that they sent us a while back, and that has been on the road with us all year.
Yeah,
and survived well. And they just sent us the Lore Bags, which is a smaller version of the Legends. What's going on? Oh, there it is right there. Bam. I've actually got quite a few discs in my Lore bag too. I take it out to the field and practice with it. The cooler still comes with the Lore bag, even though it's smaller. Holds still a lot of discs. I'm fitting like 25, 26, 27 discs in there still, even though it's a smaller bag. Like, it's got capacity in the main chamber there, as well as on top, on the side. If you take out the cooler, you can fit another like 2 or 3 discs in each side pocket. The top holds like another 5 or 6 discs up top there. Like, very roomy. It comes with a sticker of some sort or some type of piece of paper. It's amazing. Instructions.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
still very well padded.
Yeah, has a little strapping across the chest.
Some of the best bags we've ever had by far. Like they've taken a pounding being in the back of the van for thousands of miles and rolling around, and then just dumped on cactuses and dirt and mud and everything, and they still keep going. And if you do go to Squatch, if you use the code ACERUN, you get $20 off of your purchase on the Legend 2.0, the 3.0, the Lore bags, any other bags that aren't their signature pro bags. So like the Ezra bag or the Katrina bag, the discount wouldn't apply. But any other regular bags, use the code ACERUN and you get $20 off of that purchase too. And believe me, it'll be probably the last bag you purchase, because unless you're setting them on fire or rolling them down a cliff, they're gonna hold up very, very well. Dryv Bagz. If you ever are on the course and you have any type of issue with moisture or grip, I'm gonna open this. It's gonna be chalk everywhere. These are amazing. Dryv Bagz. They are a family-owned and run business. These are made pretty much by hand by the owner's wife. She is a machine at getting these things done. And I have gone through rain rounds where I haven't really had to use much of a towel, because this has kept my hand like dry enough to be able to have tacked on the disc. We do still have some of these. I think we're down to like our last 20 or so. And we might do like an Ace Run challenge locally or something here, where we'll film you and you get a dry bag or something. But if you do want to get your hands on a dry bag, they're still on their website, dryvbagz.com. It's DRYVBAGZ.com. And right on the top there's a section that says partners, and Ace Run Pro is one of the drop downs that you can select. I think we're still on like the front of their website too. But go support them. They're doing amazing things. They're helping a lot of pros like the Carries, Isaac Robinson or Ezra Robinson as well is on there. They help a lot of pros out. They're not charging a ton. Like these could easily sell for like $20 and they're selling for like 10 or 12. Like, and they're amazing. Like they will last you a long time. I have one Dryv bag going back to almost 2 seasons now that still has chalk in it that I haven't run out of yet. So these will last a long, long time. And lastly, Dynamic Discs. Dynamic Discs helped us out this year. We did a lot of collaborating with them. And part of the partnership agreement that we had with them is that they sent us discs with different stamps that we had made up from them. So I do have 2 of the stamps that you can see. One of them you might have already seen, which is the bigger Ace Run Pro Shadow stamp. This is on a Orbit Harp. There it is. Always lose the camera. There it is. I'm no worse at this. We have the smaller stamp on this gorgeous Orbit.
The bar stamp. Yeah.
Beauty. And then we have a winged stamp, which I didn't grab one from the van.
Oh, man, that's the best one.
Yeah, possibly. It's very possible. Unless you're Terry Miller. Terry Miller doesn't like wings and disc golf and stuff.
Well, Terry Miller is
cliche.
Who doesn't like wings? Everyone loves wings.
Everybody loves wings. But yeah, those are awesome. So we do have those physically on hand as well. And if you're if you're looking to get one of these, we have various molds from the Trilogy family, from Westside, from Latitude, and from Dynamic. Shoot us a message if you're looking for something specific. We can, now that we're home, we can probably physically mail out stuff for at least the next couple of weeks or so. So shoot us a message either on our Instagram or Facebook, or you can email us at acerunpro@gmail and be like, hey, I'm looking for, I'll tell you, we have Evaders, we have Ryves, we have Graces, we have Harps, we have EMAC Truths, we have Diamonds for people that throw lighter weights. Evaders, which I already said, Ryves. I don't know what else.
I don't like that asterisk that you put in there for people who throw lighter weights.
I throw the Diamond.
I know, right?
And I had no idea, but like we were playing one of the courses. Oh, what is it? JP Mosley, this brand new 9-hole that they opened up besides the big monstrous 36 holes that they already have, or whatever it is, 27. And I was pinched up against a tree, and I needed to just get something to kind of flip up and turn and just go down the fairway, and I, without breaking my hand on the tree next to me. And I literally just flicked this thing out on hyzer, and it flipped up, turned over to the right, went all the way down the fairway, and gave me a shot to say par. And you were like, what this was that? I'm like, it's a diamond. Like I would have never thought.
It was.
I threw it at like 30% and did everything I needed to do. But I've been,
so it's not even just for people who throw lighter weight discs. It's for everyone. You just gotta find your.
I throw rollers with it.
For it.
I throw little baby flexes that does all kinds of crazy. It's a fun disc to throw. Like I had no idea, but yeah, all kinds of different molds. So if you're looking for that, and obviously we still have some Discraft molds, and as well as some Infinite molds, some Emperors, some Pharaohs, all kinds of stuff at the end of the year. We're debating, or we're kind of toying around with maybe doing some mystery boxes. It wouldn't be a big stretch, but you guys are on here. You let us know in the chat. Like if you'd be interested in some mystery boxes, we would probably do like a small batch of like 5 or 10, probably, if that, and it would be like, I don't know, like 7 discs and or maybe 7 discs and something small like a dry bag or something in there for like $100. All of the discs that we have normally retail from $20 and up. Some of them are $30. So you'd be looking at getting anywhere from like $140 to $175 worth of value. Probably more than that, depending on which disc we put in there. But if you would be interested in doing any type of mystery boxes, let us know in the comments, or shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram again, and we'll take a look at it. Like I said, we've got some free time at home now where we can actually mail stuff out. Where when we're on the road, it's tough. So you'll notice like our website may not be updated with all the inventory that we have, because we'll have physical inventory on hand versus what's on the website. Because if we update what's on the website and people start pulling stuff from the website, for us to mail it while we're driving 13 hours to another city, not easy. So. Yeah.
It delays the process greatly. And anyway, the website is working on this off-season form. So it is not currently up and running to its full capacity. I think it just directs you over to our YouTube page for now until we get it back. So there aren't even any discs on there right now for you to be able to select.
Well, there you go. So if you did want something, or you wanted to ask us if we have any specific molds or jerseys or hats or anything like that, same thing. Reach out to us on Instagram, on Facebook. Shoot us an email at acerunpro@gmail. We'll get back to you and see what we have and what we can get sent out your way. Like I said, it's the end of the year, so we're looking to move some of the stuff, so we'll definitely discount some stuff that might normally be, $30 or $25. We'll drop down in price. So let us know. But yeah, definitely just needed to thank everybody that helped make our year even possible. Because without all of these companies and our Patreon supporters and you guys liking and commenting and everything on the videos, we couldn't have done it. Like it takes a lot for 2 guys to go and travel the country and put 70,000 miles on a van. It takes a lot of effort on everybody's part to make that happen. So thank you for everybody that chipped in and supported in any way, shape, or form. It really does help immensely. And it helped keep us on the road, and it helped to keep the lights on and a roof over our heads. So I thank you. My family thanks you. The camera's rolling. So let's get to some giveaways. If you're still with us, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. We've been babbling for an hour and 15 minutes. But for our quarterly Patreon show. We do a quarterly giveaway and we do our monthly giveaway for December. Let's start with the big one. So for the quarterly giveaway, I'm going to do, that's 2 discs that you just saw, this Lucid Orbit Evader, pink and white, and the blue Ace One Pro bar stamp here, and the harp.
Ooh, both.
Also blue and white.
I like that shadow stamp.
Shadow stamp there. And we'll also throw in one Dryv bag.
Dryv bag.
Bam. So that is going out to our quarterly giveaway winner. In order to qualify, I was going to say, in order to qualify for the quarterly giveaway, you have to be a Patreon supporter at the $10 or above mark. Thank you to all of our $10 and above Patreon supporters. You will qualify for entering into this care package giveaway. 2 discs and a Dryv bag.
All right. And we have 12 of those Patreon members that are, dang it, it's not 12, it's 11. I do this every time. It's 11. So I'm working on my laptop because I can't be in my office. So I don't know if I'm gonna share the screen or just may make it more complicated.
That's fine. Just
so
let us
we're
know
going
what the number is.
Yep. So the numbers are between 2 and 12.
Okay.
And we're going to do what we normally do, like a third number.
That sounds good enough. Third time's a charm.
You know what? No, this is this fourth quarter, so we're going to do 4.
Oh, okay.
So the first number is 5.
Okay.
The second number is 12.
Ooh.
The third number is 10. And the winning number is 12.
12 again. Dang, 12, you won twice. Meant to be.
And none other than Keith Johnson.
Hey, let's go, Keith.
That's the man right there.
Yeah, Keith. Keith has been a monstrous supporter for quite a while now. We just saw Keith.
Hey, Keith. Yeah, the Disc Golf Masters Tour finale. Thanks for the meal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, thank you, Keith. We got to enjoy some prime rib, some cheesecake.
They had some. What else did they have? They had something that was really good. Everything was really good.
The entire menu there all week was good.
Yeah, it changed every day, but it was really good.
The burgers were good.
The burgers were good.
The last day they had the mac and cheese was good.
Yeah. The last day they had what?
They had like that rib and chicken wing special, which was absurd. It was like what, 10 cents a wing or something. They were just
trying to get rid of food. They were just trying to get rid of it.
They're like, yeah, just give us $5. Here's 50 wings. I'm like, what is happening?
It was the wings and ribs, because that was the first time that I had the ribs.
The ribs were
and them ribs were really good. They fell off the bone basically. But well seasoned, had nice flavor.
It was. If you just for the finale alone, you guys have to go follow the Disc Golf Masters Tour. If you can get your way into the finale, get there, because just the food alone is amazing. They do it at the North Cove Leisure and Disc Golf Club up in Marion, North Carolina. The staff there is amazing. They feed you from beginning to end. Just so good. Dryv Bagz just started eating healthier.
it's just this one trip. That's all.
Just the one trip, you splurge yourself there. But we'll put out the coverage. That's another thing that's on the docket. So we haven't talked about the coverage that's coming out yet, but I wanna shout out Callie McMorrin for everything she did with the Disc Golf Masters Tour this year and making it what it was. And the finale was spectacular. I mean, live DJ just about every night. The food there was amazing. The setting, the venue, the glow golf was like glow golf you've never seen before.
Disc in the dark, baby.
Yeah, disc in the dark. We had the course literally lit up, not just the basket, but just like string lights throughout the course. Just North Cove looked amazing. The weather was fantastic all week. I can't wait to go back. It's already penciled in for us for next year to go back. They've already put out the schedule. So if you haven't checked them out, go to their website and go to their Facebook page, and you'll see everything that's on there. already listed for next year. She's running some incredible events. We're hoping to be a part of a lot more of the events next year and helping her get more coverage out there for it because it deserves it. And the field is growing. And all of these players that you see that are on tour that are like in their late 30s, when they start seeing what's happening with this tour and the money that's going to be involved, it's going to be a real easy jump for these other big names that you already know and love that'll start playing in that division. I know Trevor Hogbolt just put out a message saying that he's not playing MPO anymore, that he's going to strictly focus on MP40 and doing more events like that. So it's going to be amazing. Yeah, we hope to see you there next year for sure. Dryv Bagz always, they're everywhere too, man. I see him just about at all the big events, doing stuff, driving around with a car full of Dryv Bagz just weighing down the back of his car. But yeah, big shout out to Callie McMorrin for that. But yeah, before we do our last giveaway, which will be for the month of December, which is our smaller giveaway, that's the for anybody that's $5 or above on our Patreon. Let's talk about the stuff that we still have coming out. We just released the Myrtle Beach Open, which if you haven't watched that coverage, I won't spoil it for you, but
at the end,
some of the tightest golf we've ever filmed, and just just putt after big shot after scramble after another big putt. It was a nail biter, awesome finish on the men's side. And if you haven't checked out the women's side, check out Heiser Media. They did an awesome job of filming the women's side as well. Just a fun tournament. Love going out to Myrtle Beach, and those courses always deliver some drama. For whatever reason, it just always seems to happen out there. But we still have 3 events left that we need to put out.
The first one will be River Riot.
Which was a B tier out in Alabama.
Yep.
On 2 courses designed by Hall of Famer Levon Wolf. Beautiful
and
courses.
That was an inaugural event for them, so they're really excited to get that coverage out and have people eyeballs on the new courses.
And we're excited to get it out. That was a fun one as well.
Yeah. Then after that, we have the Masters Tour finale. And we also have the one that we just filmed in Florida, which was the Chain Hawk
Open. We had the women's lead for that one as well out in Gainesville. Another one that when you watch the first 2 rounds, you'll think, oh, this is sewn up and done with. Not so fast. Not so fast. That 3rd round was something else. In the rain, with a lot of crazy things happening, multiple lead changes in the final round. It's a good one. It's another good one. We had some bangers to finish out the year with, which has been fun. So stay tuned to the channel for that. We're going to have quite a bit of coverage coming your way right before the end of the year here. So if you're not already subscribed, which you're on here, you're probably already subscribed. Thank you. But if you have people that you know that aren't subscribed, tell them to subscribe. We're trying to get to 30,000 before the end of the year. We're less than 900 away.
I was going to say, you know what? Just log on to their YouTube. This is a great gift to give. Just subscribe. This is a gift for them.
Yeah.
It's a gift for them to subscribe to us.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the gift of disc golf content, like more tree strike challenges, more ace run challenges, more live, or not live coverage, but more post-produced coverage live. Oof. Man, we got to figure out how to wait. We got to figure out how to do live, because then we don't have to edit no more. We can just no. Then we have to get cheeseburgers. We have to have crew back in Bend doing stuff. There's too many people. That's true. Too many people. It is a lot of people. Yeah. No, well. But yes, that's what's coming down the pike. And then we still have other additional content that we want to do throughout the rest of this year that will probably be what you'll be seeing on our channel to start 2024. We've got a lot of talented disc golfers that live not too far from us, even some world champions. Yeah. Just saying, maybe we'll get some stuff going out there. Yeah. I mean, because really good courses. We can really taunt them, because taunt both of them, because they're not full champions if they've lost to us before. So that's true. They have lost to us. Yeah. On camera. There is video footage of it happening. Yeah. But they're still pretty good. Yeah, they are. It's crazy, because I was just watching something popped up on my YouTube, and it was Ezra and Isaac, and I click on it, and I'm like, oh, they did a round together where they're just walking and talking, and then I'm like, they're at Lenora. Then I'm like, dude, I've been talking about doing this for 2 years, and we haven't had it done yet, where we just walk with them, and they tell their story about how they grew up playing there, and they have a fun round. Somebody leaked it, and I'm going to find out who, because Prodigy wouldn't have just gotten this idea out of nowhere to just.
It was probably one of them.
Yeah, because I was like, I've told Ezra and Isaac that we want to do this.
Because remember, with Isaac, he's never done commentary before.
Yeah, even though he has on our channel.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, we can't do this now.
Have video of him doing the commentary.
Exactly. Worst shot brother battle versus Ace Run. That's right. That's how they lost.
Yep.
Aaron knows.
That's how they lost.
A loss is a loss. Just because they did worst shot and we did best shot doesn't mean that we had any advantage.
No, I mean, we didn't have the advantage at all.
No, we're terrible golfers. They should have beat us either way.
Yes.
They were still trying to beat each other, even though they were partners. They didn't understand the concept yet.
So somehow we have to do that. Oh, that's I was trying to figure out a way to do it, but still have them compete against each other, so they kind of forget about us and still lose. But I haven't figured out how to make that happen yet. Well,
we'll do like a CTP or something on each hole. Be like, oh, whoever gets a CTP here gets.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll try to best each other and mess up. It's perfect.
But I'm not sure. I was thinking a good course to do it at would be Heritage Pines, but I think Ezra kind of shot a high round out there.
Both Ezra and Isaac are, if they don't have the course record, they are close to it. And I think technically it may still be Joseph Anderson. I think he shot a 13 down out there, which my best has been either a 7 or an 8 now. And the 8 down was just on a remarkable day. So I don't quite know how you get to 13. I guess being a pro is probably how you do it. But I think that would be a cool course for a local tree strike challenge.
Oh,
if we get Alden down there, maybe Joseph Anderson.
So terrible.
And the Robinsons. Exactly. And there's a couple of aceable holes there too. We can do an ace run challenge / tree strike challenge all in one day and invite people to come out and watch it and have a gallery.
The first ace run I think about is hole 2, but that may be 2.
Hole 2 is a little wonky.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Yeah. Hole can't do 3. Hole 4 is a poke and pray. Hole 5 is very gettable now. Although they moved it.
They changed the hole, the one that I hit the cage. They changed that hole and put it in a different direction now.
Yes. They changed. I don't know when's the last time I've been out there. I was just out there a couple of days ago, and they moved pin positions. So the 8 down that I shot was on the new pin positions, which some of them are much more gettable. There's quite a few ace run holes now with the pin position. Oh, I know what the hole is. Hole 12 now. Instead of being the tunnel shot that finishes left, they have a short position. It's 310 feet or something like that, and it is dead straight with the tree line the entire way.
Oh.
And it is just picturesque. It is a straight shot down the tunnel.
So the tee pad, instead of being over here, it's over here? Or
did
they move the basket?
They moved the basket.
Okay.
They moved it to the middle and up another 50 feet from where the long position is. So now instead of a 360 foot shot. Too.
That's a good.
It's a nice, it's a tunnel shot. It's like the blue ribbon pine hole.
That'd be almost. Yeah. Okay.
It's a sweet change. I like it. But yeah, maybe get the word out and like go out there on a Saturday and have a gallery. Just watch as we go through and do a tree strike and then an ace run challenge. That'd be cool. Etowah would be good, but Etowah's far, man.
Yeah.
Etowah's For us, anyway, it's a hike. It's probably closer to Alden.
Who cares? It's just Alden.
But happy birthday, Alden Harris! It is his birthday.
Oh yeah, it is his birthday.
As he says, who cares? It's just Alden. Happy birthday, bud. But yeah, there's a lot of cool courses by us. We haven't done anything in a while at the one in Covington either, which is where we did the Robinsons battle.
Parker's
Pasture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get back into doing some of that. Some of that off-season content is just so much fun to do, and everybody's just laid back and relaxing, but it gets to have fun. So
yeah,
we'll reach out. But yeah, keep posted to that. So it's another reason to subscribe, because once we do that stuff, we just put it out there for the people to enjoy and watch.
Oh yeah, patrons always get that first sneak peek and access to stuff that's not available. Like a lot of the commentary versions are released on Patreon, so y'all get to see everything.
You got 2 weeks worth of a head start on the Throw Pink Championship that was out on our Patreon before we were able to release it on the actual YouTube channel. So everybody got to see that early. So,
yep.
But yeah, for sure.
All right.
Let's do our final giveaway. Final giveaway for the year.
Final giveaway for the year, and we have 22.
Can't lose 22
in the ring here for this. Did we announce what it was?
No, I have not picked out something yet. Oh, Mr. Hughes, if you're watching, we sent you an email because you won our last giveaway for the monthly prize, and we shot you a message, but we haven't heard anything back yet. So time is running out. You have 30 days to claim your prize, and you are dangerously close to not winning your prize.
Oh man,
it'll go back in, and that was another one of those evaders that we were giving away.
I don't know if we need to stop giving those away. Those are too nice. We need to.
This will probably be the last one that we give away.
Okay.
We've only got a limited amount, although we do have another like $2,000 worth of inventory that we have to get ordered from Trilogy, but
yep,
it's a whole other story. But
well, look
hey, we will add $25 worth of Dryv Bagz. What? Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. Man. You get a disc and a $25 worth of Dryv Bagz products.
So both of our giveaways this month had Dryv Bagz.
I'm going to include a Dryv Bagz. Yeah, we're giving away for the quarterly and for the monthly.
All right.
Sweet.
All right.
So let's pick out a winner for that one.
Through numbers 2 through 23, which is 22 people. Where's my thing? Random number generator. And we're going to go ahead and do 4 again since we did that last time. So the first number is 13.
13.
Second number is 4.
Both for show.
Third number is 7.
7.
And the winning number is 4. What is up with this random generator stuff, man?
Twice with the double winner.
Yeah. So random. So random. All right. Number 4 is, man, I hate working with just one screen. I may have closed the screen accidentally. Wait. Yeah, give me a second.
The face
this is
of
so
confusion.
Terrible. Oh, there it is. I found it.
We found it. It's been found. Yeah.
4 is Michael Herzog.
Yes. Michael is one of our newer patrons.
All right.
Thank you, Michael. Sweet.
Yeah.
So you're going to win a disc, which we'll pluck one from our inventory for you, and $25 worth of Dryv Bagz products.
Wow. Man, that's impressive.
So we will shoot you an email and get you in contact with Dryv Bagz as well to get that set up, and we will get your disc sent out to you. Michael, I'm writing that down now. Herzog. Yay, December winner. And I already forgot who our quarterly winner was because my memory is awful.
Our quarterly winner was Keith Johnson.
Keith. How could I forget Keith? Keith, I'll drive this to your house.
I remembered and you didn't. That's
yeah.
Totally
I'll drive to Keith's house right now. I'm on the way, Keith. You drop your stuff off. He's I think he's at Will's this weekend.
Might be.
Might very well be. He's always out there.
I thought you were about to say he's hosting an event.
He's got a women's event that he's doing, I think at Will's, and then there's another one at Lula where I don't know if it's specifically just a women's event or if women get early access to sign up. But either way, if you're in the Atlanta area and you're looking for some action, check out Disc Golf Scene and look out for those events. One at Will's, which is a great park, and Lula, which is just legendary.
Yeah.
We all know. If you've been to Lula, you know.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been there lately, you don't know that there's two now. There's Red Hawk and two chicken coops. No, that'd be sick. But no, the Red Hawk course, which Jody is out there. I don't think he ever sleeps because all I do is see on Facebook that he's added a new tee pad or he's upgraded this or he's added more gravel to this section or there's no more flooding here because I've laid a pipe and now everything is perfect. So big shout out to what Jody does out there at Lula at North Georgia Canopy Tours. They're under new ownership. Yeah, but it's
okay.
They're under new ownership now. It's not House of Discs, but it's Discs House or Discs in the House or Discin Golf or Golf Discin or something to do with discs.
Yeah.
Discs. I hope I'm saying the right word and not the other word. Sometimes my mouth doesn't work properly when I'm saying
disc
word. Yes. Zach Melton will tell you that.
Or when I get in a tree.
Yes. Either way. But yes, well done. Well done out there at Lula. And yeah, check out the action going out there. Support Keith Johnson. He's an awesome TD. Runs stellar events. I've been to multiple of his events and I've never had an issue or complaint. So maybe in the next one I will. But for now, he's golden. But yeah, let's wrap this up. We've run on for a little over an hour and a half. We want to, again, just say thank you to everybody that's made 2023 the year that it has been. We had no idea. Thank you to Pure. You got that from, who was it that gave you that? Was it the guy that saved your disc?
Mississippi.
Oh, you got that one from Mississippi. I'm thinking of the guy that plucked your disc from Northwood Black. And then we gave him a shout out on like the next video or something.
Oh yeah. Hole number 3. He found it when we were on the back half, and I saw him over there looking and went. And I saw his disc, so he went out to get his disc. And when he got his disc, he saw my disc, and I forgot that guy's name.
There you go, that guy. But we shouted him out on the video.
Yeah, I had to watch the video.
Yes. Kind of going along that point. Thank you to anybody that's done anything.
That's done anything ever. Thank you.
Ever. Like I know there's times.
I want to thank the guy because I got a disc back from OTB, and that's just part of the reason why we take discs that we take is because we don't expect to ever get them back.
Yeah.
But he found my disc. It didn't have a name or number on it, but I think when I lost it earlier. And it told us when I was looking for this disc and where I lost it, the diver found it and he sent it back to me.
Yeah.
I forgot how he contacted me. I don't think it was on. He contacted me and he sent it back to me. So that's a little bit of going
what
beyond
happens.
and above because
we had reached out to the person at the pro shop and they're like, oh, the divers are doing it, and then we left the contact information with them, and then he got it to the divers and the divers reached out back to you, and eventually it got back in your hands.
Although I never and it was my Let's Run It Thunderbird too. It's like a disc that I just got that I really liked, and so I came home 3 months later and a nice present for me to open along with the other discs that I ordered while I was on the road.
Exactly.
Although I did not get the disc back from Maple Hill, which I'm a little disappointed about. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I can't remember their names, but we were at D-Glow, and there was a place that was doing like chicken and ribs and all that stuff. And a couple of days there, after the rounds would wrap up, they gave us food.
Oh yes.
Just so like, here, you guys are working hard. Thank you.
We put them in the commercial. We put them in the
closing credits.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what So when I say like thank you to anybody that's done anything, like that's the stuff I mean. Like there's been times where somebody has bought us a drink, somebody has got us some snack food while we were on the road.
Non-alcoholic drink. Make sure you put
Right.
that in there. You don't want people to think.
Yeah, we don't drink. Neither of us. But yeah, just all the little things. Christy Acton, who's one of our big fans, who we love, she got us Starbucks coffee while we were at the IGTC.
She would get us coffee, but they couldn't find us because we'd be out filming. But she tried. Thank you, Christy.
Christy, we love you. You're amazing. Every time we see her, she's just a big smile and a hug. Just amazing. There's so many amazing people in this community, and like I said, everybody that's done anything, that's interacted with us, that's even come up and just said, hey, we enjoy the coverage, and smiled and said anything. Thank you. Like all that's the little things help keep you going, especially when you're you're three months into not being home and you're exhausted and you've got another 12-hour drive. Just a thank you and a smile and a hey, well, digging the coverage. All that stuff helps. So thank you, everybody, for everything that has gone on in 2023. We look forward to 2024. We have no idea what 2024 looks like yet. We're still in conversations with multiple entities about all that.
I also want to take a moment to thank Holly Finley.
Yes.
She was with us doing commentary the entire year. We had help out from Connor O'Reilly, and congratulations, Connor, for signing with Lone Star. And we also had Raven Klein was a mainstay for the later part of the year. We want to give a big shout out to her, and we appreciate the work that they did for and with us, and making our content just that much more better.
For sure. And more recently, thank you, Dustin Moray, who's worked with us on a couple of these last A tiers that we've done, and Nathan Queen. And Dustin's kind of led the charge. If you haven't checked him out yet, he's got a YouTube channel. He's also on Instagram and Twitter at Follow Dust. He does esports commentary as well. So well informed. Like he plucks out little things as I listen to his commentary. I'm like, I had no idea that this guy won the 2008 Dairy Queen Challenge or whatever when he was 17 years old, and he was only left-handed backhand back then. Like he just finds these little nuggets of stuff that I would never even know. So super detailed, and just does an amazing job. But yeah, Holly Finley, check her out. Oh, finally Finley at Instagram. If you go to Pharma CBD, use the code Holly. It gets you 20% off of your purchases from there. I think they're doing a special too through the end of the year, where you get an additional discount on them. But yeah, she's been with us through everything this year. We've kept her up later than she probably wanted to be kept up several times throughout the year.
Yes.
But she's been a soldier all the way through, and we appreciate her. We love her. She's amazing. My daughter loves her. She's just cool peoples. But yeah, everybody that's worked with us, the camera guys from the Pro Tour. They were amazing all year. A lot of the coverage you may not have even noticed that some of the filming that you saw wasn't even us. It was us. Like it was myself and Conrad. But towards the latter end, the catch cam was the Pro Tour guys that were filming catch cam for us, and that allowed us to move Conrad into the reaction cam position, and just added that little bit of extra value of having 3 cams on all those big events.
Yeah, instead of having multiple people in the catch cam position, it made it a little not easier for the players, but just made it easier on us, and also, like you said, gave us the ability to do a little bit more, different angles, different shots to add value.
It allowed you to get hit nearly in the face by Chantel Badinsky, which was a great clip for us.
I don't know if you watch that clip at a certain speed before it hits me, you see her face,
her eyes. Yes, like she knows it's about to happen.
Yes.
I'm gonna redo that clip at some point, and we're gonna slow down her eyes getting wider as she realized what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't aiming at you. She was aiming like people were like, why is this guy in the way? He wasn't.
I wasn't.
He was across from her, and she's aiming down the fairway at a 45-degree angle. And
then it comes out at a 90-degree angle and just bam.
that's gonna happen sometimes. So,
but that my spidey sense was like, you shouldn't. What if you could? Something like, nah, I'm good. This FPO, this is a disc golf pro tour event, man. I'm good.
You're safe.
I'm safe.
It's fine.
She knows where she's aiming at. But the release out of her hand was different than what you can see her looking that way, and the disc go this way. You can see it happen.
Yeah.
So,
and then her head turns and she sees what's about to happen, and her eyes get wide. It was one of those moments. Which
I didn't get hit, so the camera got hit, but I didn't get hit. I saved her from going. If I wasn't there,
her stroke for sure. At least
if I wasn't there, at least a stroke. At least,
because it is no man's land if you go off the fairway on that hole
on the left. Yeah,
yes,
she was already in no man's land, so she was just going to be on the other side of no man's land. So
it was going to be
real
bad. Yeah, but moments like that brought to you by. But yeah, the collaborations we had this year were so many, and we have so many people to thank. And like I said, anybody that's done anything, thank you. We'll leave it at that, and we look forward to 2024, whatever that may be. We'll be out here bringing you more stuff in one way or another. So if you're subscribed, thank you. We've got more stuff coming for you. If you're not subscribed, hit that button. Tell your friends and family. We out here. We disc golfing. We doing stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks so much, everybody, for joining us for this final show, more than likely.
Yeah, more than likely of the fourth season.
Yep. Of the Patreon show.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll leave it as we always do, as always, from all of us, both of us. So many always is. We'll see you down the middle of the fairway.
Let's get excited for leave it. Yeah.
Let's get excited for running it. As always, from all of us at Ace Run Productions, let's run it.